I was just getting started at that age, right, Gene?
He is too.
We had, my brother-in-law lives there, New Year's Eve days.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the East Dubuque City Council meeting. It is Monday, January 6th. I ask that you please turn your cell phones off during the meeting and please be quiet during discussions. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. (25-0101) call to order.
Belkin.
Here.
Bergmeyer.
Here.
Dagenhart.
Here.
Mayor Digman.
Here.
Fleur.
Here.
Meyer.
Here.
Roby. Here. Attorney Hess. Here.
25-0102 staff reports. City manager report.
Thank you, Mayor. So, update on the K-9 program, as I reported in a previous meeting. The sale to the Sheriff's Department here fell through, but we did make a sale to a county in Iowa for $41,000 for the Tahoe. We were able to keep more equipment out of it, several $1,000s worth of equipment that'll go into a new vehicle. So all in all, it came very close to balancing out with what the offer was from the county. Additionally, it looks like we have a buyer for Odin, and hope to have a report on that soon. And I'll state again, we will have all that money available when we are able to restart the program as soon as we're able to have a K-9 officer. Police station demo, we've asked 3 contractors to submit bids for the demo work. To date, 1 has followed through, and we don't have much more time to kind of wait. So that just came in. We'll take a look at that tomorrow and see if that's a reasonable offer. And if it is, we'll move ahead. We need to get the demolition done so that we can bring in get the asbestos work done. And then when those 2 things are done, then the deck is clear to be able to take offers on general contracting for the project as a whole. Last week we went with Tony and I met with the Army Corps of Engineers. They did their annual inspection of the levee. We walked on the coldest day of the week, the entire levee. Did I mention it was cold? And we basically, the levee's in good shape. Some of the culverts do need attention. They were pleased that we've, in the last few years, replaced all of the permanent pumps in the system. But we do have some developing more serious problems that have been unattended for the culverts. And so we're going to try to develop a culvert plan that reduces the number of culverts going through the levee, which will both save dollars but also improve the service and make make a failure or anything like that less likely, and make management of the system easier. So we've got some ideas we discussed with the Corps on that, and you can look for that coming up in the future. We managed to sell one of the surplus fire trucks. Chief drove a hard bargain. Got him up to $25,000 for that truck, and I think $800 of additional dollars for other equipment. With that, I could go into, we've got the preliminary drawings for the fire and police station. I will say that this is preliminary, and it just kind of shows you how things lay out, or could lay out. There will be additional changes as we go forward, but I think it's good to finally take a first look at it, and if people want to come in with, ideas after that. I also understand that there might be some people, maybe some of them in this room, who doubt that we're actually going to move ahead with this project. So this would be a drawing of the rendering of what it would look like. So the my pointer going here. So the this would be the main entrance. This was the 3 bays that were in the original department, and so 2 of them would be glass, and the 3rd one would be the main entrance with the archway above it, as it would have originally looked. And then the area in between, this area is currently the alley. The alley would be filled in to connect the fire station, today's fire station, with the historic fire station. And in here, you would have the stairway and the elevator, things like that have to be added to connect the 2 buildings and to access the 2nd floor. This bay would be added. This gives us the additional space that we need for vehicles. It is currently the meeting space of the department, but the building was built so that it could have that meeting space turned into an additional bay. So part of this is replacing the meeting space for the fire department, as well as giving space that's needed for the police department in the building. This is what it would look like from the Montgomery side. As you know, we tore off the garage, which would be this section, and this would anticipate a 2-story garage. Basically, since if you're putting a garage on the bottom, it's a pretty good deal to put additional space on the top. And then it turns out, because back here would be a very large generator that we're required to have for an emergency building, and a lot of diesel fuel and things like that to be able to run it. And that squeezes down the size of the garage from a tight 2 to a 1.5 vehicle garage. And then this is a doorway that existed. It's bricked up right now, but if you go by there, you can see the archway above it. And so we'd be reopening that doorway. This is the 1st floor. As I mentioned, this is the area that's currently the meeting room, which becomes a bay for the ambulance. Some of this isn't finally laid out, but in this section would be the operations, places for people to fill out the EMTs and paramedics fill out the reports, and some storage and things like that. Then you cross over into this building. Again, you come in the main entrance up here. This would be the lobby. This would go into a public meeting room. That would be where the fire department would meet. It would also be a training room for both fire and police. We can, in this case, host a lot of training for the police department instead of sending our folks, somewhere else on overtime and to train other places. We can bring training into here and have it in this room. This is also available as a public room. Anybody, American Legion, anybody else, public meetings could be held here. You just have to enter here and into this area. It has a kitchen, which the fire department needs, but it's also available for the public, and storage so that the tables could be switched out and the room could be cleared for training and things like that. Got restrooms, and going up to elevator up onto the 2nd floor. And that would be going to the second floor. There we go. So on the second floor, you have the hallway in here. This is space for expansion, storage, things like that. Right now, as I said, it's kind of economical to build it, and it, I'm sure, will be used. Coming down here, you've got a conference room, bathroom, and shower. We set these up so that you didn't need a men's and a women's locker room. You could just have a shower that was private. The locker room is for the police. It includes the armory and the lockers for law enforcement, with a second door going in for an evidence room. And so you've got a lot of security for the evidence room through two different doors. Then this area would be, as it stands right now, the police area. There are cubicles down here, sergeant and assistant chief office space together in here, chief and interrogation on this side. And so all this would be secured from outside. Fire department would have this space in here, a bunk room, and office, office for filling out reports, things like that. They don't have the full-time staff needed there. In the future, this area would be turned into a hallway. If they needed more space, you could lift the roof on the existing fire station and have a hallway through there, have the elevator go to that level, and actually the elevator come to here and have a ramp up to here because it's only a couple steps. And you'd be able to add a couple thousand square feet above the existing fire station. So that's the short version of it. Like I say, nothing in here is in stone yet. But it is kind of getting to the point where we understand now that we've got the space within the confines of the current building and the space in the alley to be able to do the full building. So that would be my report. If there's any questions, I can take those.
Is there a radio room? Joe, don't you guys have a radio room at the existing fire station now?
Yeah, and we had discussion on that with city manager and engineers of where that's gonna be. It may be just outside of the fire station in that breezeway by the elevator or somewhere in there.
Okay. That's the only thing I didn't see.
Yeah, well, the space in the existing station and stuff too is kind of it's in flux because we've got some things going on that, potential grant and things like that, so.
Thank you. The only thing I just want to follow up with that. This is awesome to see this project come to fruition. I'd like to thank Chief Heim. Chief Kovacic isn't here, for collaborating together and working together to come to an agreement. That was meeting months ago before before this even got into the works, and to see that all come to this, it's pretty exciting.
I'd second that because the reason we don't end up having to build out over the existing station is because both sides came to this with a lot of regard for the city, its resources, and efficiency and cooperation. The other thing I didn't mention is the bell is restored. So I want to make sure you guys saw that.
Yeah, we did it.
Thanks.
No, it's great work by everybody. So that's my report. Alderperson report. Belkin.
Nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Bergmeyer.
Yeah, the only thing I had somebody call me and wanted to know why we don't have our websites, the cable companies that we provide in there. I think there's only Comelec and one other one, but I believe we have others now that could be added. They said they look for, because they're trying to switch cable providers, want to know what needs to be provided, so.
Okay.
There's only 2 of them in there right now for the cable, so.
Should be Sand Prairie.
For the
Cadillac.
fiber, yeah, for the fiber and everything else that,
Yeah, add the fiber. All right. Degenhart?
Yeah, I'd like to say that I'm really proud of East Dubuque and the progress we're going through right now, making this downtown the way it's gonna make people come here. I don't think there's been a new building in this town since Mr. Slats put his garage in there. And we've come a long way. Look what's gonna happen here.
Thank you. Fleur?
Nothing.
Thank you. Meyer?
Nothing tonight.
Thank you. Roby?
Nothing.
Thank you. City Attorney Hess?
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Thank you. Chief Heim, if you'd like to step forward.
We have 2 people to recognize tonight. One, Jeffrey Puccio got his probationary year in and will be sworn in, and then River Alvarado made his, basically his probationary period as a acting lieutenant, will be made lieutenant tonight. So if Captain Williams, Captain Luchin, and Jeffrey and his dad will come up, and we'll do him first and swear him in, and he can sign the book.
Jeffrey, I accept the oath to administer. Raise your right hand. I, Jeffrey, member of the East Dubuque Fire Company, do hereby accept the foregoing Constitution as the fundamental government of our company. I will attend all meetings if within my power, obey our superior officers, and promote the interests of the company to the best of my ability. If you so swear, say I do.
I do.
Congratulations and welcome.
And then before his dad pins him, we'll have, this certifies that firefighter Jeffrey Puccio has been duly appointed to the position of firefighter for the City of East Dubuque Fire Department. Your dedication to your job, the city, and the residents you serve, the skill with which you have shown and your ability as a probationary firefighter makes you deserving of the title of firefighter. This certificate is awarded Monday, January 6, 2025. Joseph M. Hine, Fire Chief. John Digman, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Alright, if River wants to come up, and who does he have in pen? This certifies that Lieutenant River Alvarado has been duly appointed to the position of lieutenant for the City of East Dubuque Fire Department. Your dedication to your job, the city and the residents you serve, the skill and drive which you have shown as a firefighter makes you deserving of the title lieutenant. This certificate is awarded Monday, January 6, 2025. Joseph M. Hine, Fire Chief. John Digman, Mayor. That's what we have. Thank you, Mayor and City Council. We'll be out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you all for your service.
You're welcome.
25-0103, speakers from the floor. None noted. 25-0104, consent agenda.
Motion approved.
Second.
Roll call.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer. Roby.
Aye.
New business. 25-0105, discussion and possible action to approve a pre-annexation agreement with Leibolt North Properties LLC in the city of East Dubuque.
So this is the annexation request for the Leibold property. It went through the zoning board unanimously on Thursday. Just to bring back to mind, I think the debate there, discussion there was revolved around the fact that this is a longtime business with a national reputation that's good for the city that way. It also is financially good for the city. It extends our water mains, gives us future options for extending and developing property with a significant portion, 44% paid for by Leibold of the new water main. It brings additional property tax, sales tax, and water revenue to the city. And it's I think it's the best, one of the best examples of a mutually beneficial agreement that we could come by. So recommending that this be approved tonight. And the difference in this one is that it is a non-contiguous annexation agreement, which is allowed under the statute. So it becomes a 20-year agreement. If and when they become contiguous because somebody else annexes in, then the annexation goes through. If not, it can be renewed on 20-year levels. But this is something that is important both to the company and their development here. And this is a $3 million building going up in the city of East Dubuque.
Any discussion,
I
questions?
have a question. Do we have a general business district? I see in the thing, it says the city will take necessary steps to cause said real estate to be zoned general business district.
General business district is the commercial business district.
Okay.
Any further questions?
If not, I would motion to approve.
Seconded.
Roll call.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
25-0106, presentation and proclamation that January 2025 as National Human Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month in the city of East Dubuque.
On behalf of the local Tri-State Coalition to Prevent Human Trafficking, I wish to express our appreciation for Mayor Digman and City Council for the proclamation that January is a National Modern Day Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month. One of our goals is to educate East Dubuque area residents. By your proclamation today, you are alerting residents that human trafficking, be it labor or commercial sex, does exist in our tri-state area. We ask all residents to continue to educate themselves about this social evil, and when they see something suspicious, they say something. Thank you.
One way to educate parents, teachers, counselors, and middle school students, we are sponsoring a free showing of the film Maya at the Phoenix Theater on Wednesday, January the 22nd at 5:30 in the evening. The producers of the film are really focusing on how traffickers use social media to attract young people. And so prior to the showing of the film, the producer will be online with us, and she will highlight some of the red flags that are shown in the film so that parents, teachers, and young people can be prevented from being victims of human trafficking.
Normally, Casey Klein is here with you. And when Casey has stepped back from our organization, she has some family needs. And each year she's been here, she comes back to our meeting, and she is so excited and thankful for this group because you have supported our efforts. And so, though Casey is not here with us, I sure hope that she's able to join our group again because she is a lot of energy. And she calls a spade, which I appreciate.
Thank you.
City of East Dubuque proclamation. Whereas by presidential proclamation, each January has been designated National Human Trafficking and Modern Day Slavery Prevention Month. In addition, January 11th has been designated National Human Trafficking Awareness Day. And whereas the issues of sex and labor trafficking are a violation of human rights, the hope of this proclamation is to raise awareness of these issues. And whereas the City of East Dubuque wishes to acknowledge the following organization for its 10th anniversary to raise awareness about human trafficking, the Tri-State Coalition Against Human Trafficking and Modern Day Slavery. And whereas the United Nations Global Plan of Action has 3 pillars upon which it stands: protect, prevent, prosecute. We invite all residents of East Dubuque to educate themselves on this issue and support these 3 pillars to help eradicate the problem. And whereas we invite the parents, middle school students, teachers, and all citizens to a free viewing of Maya on Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. in the Dubuque Phoenix Theater. And whereas human trafficking is a national, state, and local issue, we encourage involvement in the coalition's Lunch and Learn program to develop advocacy protocols for survivors. Now, therefore, I, John Digman, Mayor of the City of East Dubuque, Illinois, on behalf of the City Council, staff, and residents of East Dubuque, do hereby proclaim the month of January 2025 as Human Trafficking and Modern Day Slavery Prevention Month in the City of East Dubuque, Illinois. Thank you.
Thank you.
Twenty-five 107 discussion and possible action to approve a resolution providing an inducement to 128 Cinema LLC regarding a redevelopment project in the city of East Dubuque, downtown redevelopment project area in the city of East Dubuque.
So this is kind of holding the door open for demonstrating our support for the revitalization of an important part of downtown. As we know, that 128 is the name of the LLC. 122 is the property that's being developed down here, and we would like to see that developed in a way that's attractive. And so I would like to offer a TIF incentive, and things are moving so fast that we put this in to let them know that we support the project and the funding, and then there'll be a formal resolution coming probably at the next meeting.
Now, is this the building next to new dispensary, or which building is it?
This is the building. This is the building that will house the dispensary.
Okay.
Yes. So it's not owned by the dispensary. It's leased to them
Right,
from
okay.
the developer.
Okay.
Again, as Randy pointed out, we haven't had a lot of folks interested in investing millions of dollars into the downtown. And I think making this and the park that they're putting in next door, those are both part of this. And I think that's an important thing.
Did they come to us and ask for a certain amount, Bob, or?
Yes, and we've been in discussions with them for quite a while, and I think they have been, moving ahead on the thought that we would be supporting it in this way. For one thing, it'd be difficult not to support something when they're investing this much, and we are offering facade development for other folks. But this is going to be more significant. And with the park next door, that's not a revenue-generating location for them, but it is taking care of a major eyesore that we have.
Okay.
Any more discussion, questions?
If not, I motion to approve.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Blur. Meyer. Roby.
Nay.
Belkin.
Aye.
And Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Twenty-five 108 discussion and possible action to approve an ordinance authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, Series 2025 of the City of East Dubuque, Joe Davies County, Illinois, in aggregate principal of amount not to exceed $4,500,000 for the purpose of financing the costs of various capital-related items within the city and providing for the levy of a direct annual tax sufficient for the payment of the principal of and interest on said bonds in the city of East Dubuque.
So just to remind everyone, so we've been going through this process now since, I think, October on this. This is the final stage before the release of any of the funds. And so the key points, first off, it's $4.5 million, which should cover the cost of the building, but we don't intend to bond for the full $4.5 million. It doesn't cost us anything to have these dollars available because we don't begin to accrue any interest until we actually tell them to sell bonds. They sell bonds, makes the money available, and we move ahead with that. Additionally, These are alternative revenue bonds, which, as compared to the bonds that were approved by the voters for the fire trucks, the fire truck bonds would have authorized the increase in property taxes to make the payment on the bonds. These bonds, we commit revenue streams to it, existing revenue streams, which can be from our TIF and or from our other taxation, primarily sales tax in this case. And those, we each year make sure that we have set aside enough of a revenue stream to be able to cover one and a quarter times the amount required for that year. And then these are bonds, they must be repaid. So if we would be in a situation where our revenue stream, we spent our revenue stream otherwise, then we would have to raise taxes to cover it into that. But that's the difference between this and the other one. The other ones would have increased the taxes to do it. This applies our current revenue stream. Our current revenue stream, as you've seen from the fact that we bought down $500,000 in debt and deficit last year and are about that range this year. We definitely have a revenue stream in excess, enough in excess to be able to meet the requirements of this bond. Our hope is to spend over $1 million of TIF dollars. And I say over, but we'll be adjusting as we go forward. But we'll be spending TIF dollars first, and then as needed, we would tap this funding source.
This is not a tax then, right? I mean,
This is not
not going to go on people's property, Okay.
right. So I mean, we are obligated to pay it.
Okay.
So we have to be, well, so we have to be responsible in how we budget in order to avoid having to raise taxes. So, I mean, there is an ultimate, if we are irresponsible and overspend our budget, we're going to have to come up with the money to pay this regardless, right? But we have the revenue stream for it. We attach the revenue stream to it, and it does not involve an increase in taxes.
Okay. So we probably won't have to worry about it, right?
Right. So if you were, yeah, it's like if you were, yeah.
It's that simple, we need it.
Your car payment, you got to make your car payment. You know, you got the money to make the car payment.
Or else
But even if you don't have the money to make the car payment, you still have to make the car payment, right? So that's what it's like. But we do have the revenue stream more than sufficient to cover this. And like I say, we're going to avoid taking any more out of this than we have to. The council will approve.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Fleur,
Aye.
Meyer. Roby,
Aye.
Belkin,
Aye.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart.
(25-0109) Discussion and possible action to approve CFPS Oxford Street Sewer and Water Loan Application Invoices number 2 final in the city of East Dubuque.
So these are, these folks have been doing the work for us, getting this all set up, and basically not charging us the amount until the money came through. The money is now coming through for debt. On Thursday, we're going to open the bids and move ahead with the Oxford Street project. And so this is paying the bills to get us to the point we're at today.
A motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
Meyer,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Belkin,
Aye.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart, Fleur.
Aye.
25-0110, motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart. Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer.
We are adjourned.